Welcome to the Empowered Soul podcast MC Mama Bird's Chirps, a cozy audio nest of soulful musings and heart-made creations. If you're a mystical soul craving connection and inspiration, you've found your flock. Hi, I am MC Mama Bird, a mama, artist, and yoga and meditation guide, here to share love-rooted stories, tingling conversations with inspiring souls, and everyday magic for your soul and your family. This is where we awaken to our true selves together. Now let's take a deep breath and let our wings stretch wide to enjoy the ride. Part 1. Welcome back, beautiful souls. Snow is falling outside as I record this. It's been that kind of day. Soft, quiet. The snow just makes everything hush. We don't go out as much just yet as we're still recovering from a cold. So everyone's just a little more tender at home here. It's cold and it's cozy, and in the background, you may hear some of the gentle sounds of real life as it unfolds. My hubby and our little one are baking cookies together, and I'm sure that Rue is hanging around with some hope that some little crumbs may fall to the ground. I don't know. Her occasional click, click, click sounds of her little nails on the ground. It's cute. They're having fun, and I just finished organizing this episode, and it's going to be a 2-part episode again. I always have lots of goodies for us, and it's just kind of nice to have it split in 2 parts so that we can have plenty of time and space to process, integrate, embody, practice. And anyways, these episodes aren't meditational episodes where we pause the life and the sounds, and I try to make it really quiet for us all. So in this one, we can have some sounds trickling in from that outside world, and well, they're welcome to move alongside with us. The ordinary, the imperfect, and the lived-in beauty of a home in motion. This is a homemade studio, and if you hear the rhythm of my family woven into this world, well, it's just a reminder that we can create what we envision with what's going on. I mean, what's stopping us, right? Making podcasts while life is still going on with your family, no problem. I think they actually come out even more special, and it's kind of a lived-in flow, right? I hope you like it. So let's get into it. This is a month of love, and I sure hope that February will be infused with heart-to-heart conversations for all of us as we enter this month of Valentine's. We can grow also our visions, just like the trees are doing underground in the soil during Imbolc in the pagan festivals. And in the Jewish calendar, there's the Festival of the Trees. And I think that these two mirror each other quite well. We'll actually get into that later on in the episode. In numerology, we've just moved through the energy of the 9 from 2025. It's a number associated with completion, death, surrender, letting go, full release. I want to briefly recommend here that episodes 28 and 29 of the podcast went in a full-on deep dive with the 9 energy of 2025. And I also covered more fully the 1 energy of 2026. In there, you will also find explanations to the 2 energy of January and a lot about the Capricorn season, and then the horse in the Chinese zodiac, which influences us all throughout the entire year. So take a look at that and see if that will help you in bridging what we did there to what we're going to explore here. Just an invitation. If you're new here, welcome. Each month I share numerology and astrology insight to help you navigate and consciously work with the cosmic seas, the energies that are available to us. We can really leverage on that, so why not, as we're trying to heal ourselves and amplify our experiences. If you'd like to explore, for example, the previous months of our podcast, go ahead and scroll back and take a look at our archive. There's lots of good nuggets there that are so helpful in the process of evolving our soul. So here, I'm going to do a very simple, gentle review, kind of like a cherry on top moment before we fully step into the February energies. So let's talk about the 9 just real briefly here. That's about letting go what has run its course. Even when it's familiar or deeply loved and we've gotten real cozy, we have completed certain chapters, themes, and cycles. And now we're entering the energy of the 1 for the whole year of 2026. And the 1 can feel a little lonely, you know? Look at its shape. It's just like a 1 line, right? And on the other hand, it's a deep invitation to go within. The 1 within. It starts with the 1, right? So in order to find our unique expression, our soul purposes, and contributions to this life, where do we go? We go right in. So that is the message of this number. And the 1 is also saying, hey, who are you? What do you bring to this moment in history? Like the renowned astrologer Rick Levine says, think cosmically and act locally as a compass for our purposes and our activations. The 1 is rebirth, beginning, initiation. We're rebirthing ourselves after everything we've let go last year. And now the rebirth is often, exciting and celebrating, but it's really important to remember that birth on its own can be just as painful and sometimes even more painful than death. In death, our soul knows how to exit the body. We've done it before. And in birth, there's a lot of pressure, struggle, contractions, vulnerability, mystery, the unknown, patience, and something entirely new is pushed into form. And this pain can be felt both for the children being born and especially the birthing mama. This year carries a deep paradox as well. Extraordinary promise alongside moments of real intensity. This theme of rebirth is what the famous astrologer Rick Levine has been pointing to. And that is that this year, there's a planetary configuration that hasn't occurred in thousands of years. Saturn and Neptune are aligning at 0 degrees Aries. And that's the very first degree of the zodiac, often described as the Big Bang point of astrology. Aries is raw life force. Think spring, the first sign in spring in the northern hemisphere, that is. It's ignition and its emergence. It wants to sprout out the green shoots after this long winter vibes. And then Saturn represents structure, responsibility, and the systems we build. Then you've got Neptune, which represents dissolution, ideals, dreams, spirituality, and the unseen. Their meeting at the 0 point of Aries suggests something very profound as a reset. Not a revision of the old systems, but a new beginning in how we translate our visions, our values into a concrete lived reality. In other words, are we being integral, congruous from the inside out? Do I mean what I say and say what I mean? Is my external reality a reflection of my inner world? And these questions are also experienced by the collective for humanity's evolution on Earth. What deepens this moment further is the involvement of Uranus and Pluto coming into this whole dance. These planets are associated with awakening, disruption, and deep evolutionary change. Think of it though, they're really far out in the solar system. So some very deep awakening is going on, which actually happened to the consciousness of the time when these planets were discovered themselves. So there's a correlation there. And this is not going to be a quick or comfortable transition. It's kind of like a long haul initiation that's already underway. It's intensifying now, and it's unfolding through the coming months into midsummer. And many of us will be experiencing this as disorienting, exhausting, emotionally demanding. It's kind of like being on a cosmic rocket ship with no clear roadmap. Outdated systems can dissolve. False narratives come to the surface and can be questioned. Fake personalities. And there's an increased pressure to embody compassion, ethics, and responsibility, rather than just talking about them. In astrology, in numerology, it's not that this is good or bad. It's about the feeling of initiation. Humanity is at a crossing threshold. Imagination alone is no longer enough. The ideals have to be embodied. We have to become accountable. Practicing what we quote unquote preach. Practicing what we say and living it. In simple terms, we're being asked to grow up as a species without losing our heart and soul, and to connect more deeply with our soul and spirit that has the most accrued wisdom over all our lifetimes. It's the repository. We've talked about this before in past episodes. And to talk to our soul, our higher self soul, as our best friend, our ally, a compass, our guide. And just like any true birth, it's required of us to have patience, courage, and trust that what's emerging, even when it's tender, demanding, tearful, there is an intelligence behind it. There's a reason for life itself. It is asking us, don't get lost in divide and conquer tactics. Don't project your shadows onto one another. But instead, we're being invited to have this heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul dialogue where it feels safe, warm, welcoming, curiosity-led. Spaces where we can exchange perspectives in ways that we can expand ourselves. We can expand our empathy, our humility, and the understanding of one another. And then to truly celebrate the diversity of who we each are. And when we genuinely ask another person about their point of view, then we carve out the time to listen attentively, openly, and unrushed, without censoring or controlling them, or the need to impose that our view is the right one. That we remain in a posture of sincere, genuine curiosity. We are all holding so much already. Do we really want to pile even more onto one another energetically through heated conflict? There is, without a doubt, a great deal of suffering on the planet. We want to acknowledge it, including our own suffering, without bypassing it with spirituality, because we are all carrying a lot. I trust that each of us is doing our part within this great mystery of life. I trust the higher intelligence of creation, knowing that I don't always have the overarching perspective that Creator does. I'm trusting that everything is in interplay with what needs to be revealed next. And within that unfolding, there is space and time for all of us to grow, to make mistakes, to change our minds, and therefore to evolve. I believe it all works out in the end, and what needs to be revealed will be revealed through this journey, especially in the journey back to our full soul expression self, after our mission here has been accomplished. And that every day, we can contribute to that larger vision of peace we all so deeply desire through our daily commitments, our devotion, and our love. For me, right now, that includes raising a healthy little human being, a profound part of my legacy, and more often than not, to pay close attention to the little moments and the ways in which I can show up to my family. No glamour here. It is all in the ways I clean up messes, and that I am patient to a little person that's starting to understand how this world operates. It is a very demanding experience, day after day after day, and without much external help. It's just me and my hubby doing this at home and writing that moment-to-moment awareness. And I tell you, I need a lot of self-forgiveness and surrender. Many tears, many timeouts, mostly on myself. And understanding there's no such thing as perfect parenting. And that, what do we know if in the moment there could be certain karmas at play that are working themselves out through the parenting journey? There's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of wisdom there that needs to be uncovered. I'm hoping that with my soul regression therapy classes, I can unpack more there to understand the missions and purposes between our little family, why it chose to be incarnate together and at this time. And with that wisdom, that information, there could be many moments of, okay, that's why that happened. But the most important part is that I can return to all of this with a lot of overflowing love and plenty of I'm sorries and plenty of like, I'm gonna do this better next time. And there's gonna be a lot of moments when I will stub my toe in the same place, in the same location, the same furniture, and just like the Lenny Kravitz song goes, it ain't over till it's over, right? So this is what my little daily ashram looks like. Parenting is a full-on ride. So just because some of us are contributing in certain ways that look different from others, it doesn't mean we aren't contributing at all to that bigger picture of global peace. This is a really good time to remember some powerful quotes, powerful, simple, loving, and true. Rumi reminds us, let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. And the Dalai Lama says, let kindness be your religion. There's a few more quotes that announced themselves as I was looking for things that would be relevant for our times. From Lao Tzu, if there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the heart. And then from Carl Jung, there's a couple of quotes here I want to interweave before we move forward. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. It's kind of like that saying, when I liberate myself, I liberate others too. And finally, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. As Rick Levine often reminds us, the invitation is not to close down, but also not to lose ourselves. 1 foot here and 1 foot there. Staying aware of what's happening while learning how to manage the information that we're taking in without automatically accepting it as an absolute truth. This is not about forcing our opinions onto others, but about recognizing that what we're actually witnessing is a catalyst. It's not the whole story of what is truly unfolding. Much like 2020, that powerful year that changed everything in our lives, these moments are important pieces of a larger rebirth cycle. We're asked to stay awake without becoming overwhelmed, not turning away from suffering, yet not taking it all in on us as our own. The practice is about daily self-care, taking care of this body temple, discernment, and choosing the middle ground. Not too small, not too extreme, but steady, conscious steps forward. Some of us, are responsible for the lives of others, like in our families, where some deeply depend on us. So it is crucial that we do not forget the importance of self-care, tending to the body, and appreciating the material world that supports us. And this is where the 3 energy of February enters as a kind of soothing balm medicine. After the intensity of release and rebirth, the 3 is inviting us into creativity, fun, laughter, self-expression, communication, not from the mind alone, but from the soft and expanded wide heart that loves to love. It asks us to process what January stirred, both emotionally and collectively, and to give it a voice in ways that are honest, compassionate, not in ways that poke at our differences, like pouring salt on our wounds. There's already enough divide and conquer mentality running the shows. The 3 is all about coming together with lightheartedness. This is a month for speaking with sincerity, creating from inspiration, allowing expression to become a form of healing. When the fears soften, the communication becomes clear and kinder. When the heart opens, the words carry truth with gentleness and without harm and judgment. The 3 reminds us that we don't have to carry this weight alone. Expression can be divinely guided, gently lifting what feels heavy into something shared, meaningful, and connective. I even find that the number 3 kind of looks like a microphone. The top shape is like the mic itself, and the bottom like a stand that you can grab, smooth to the touch. You can pull it towards yourself, towards the heart, and let the words be musical, loving, and kind, inquisitive, and expansive. I love drawing metaphor and storytelling behind the messages of each month because they tend to be recorded more in our longer term memory, just like art and a visual depiction does that too. Like a picture paints 1,000 words. We just tend to remember it more. So oftentimes in numerology, I'll talk about picturesque symbolism so that we can carry that a little bit longer in our knapsack and to remember the teachings of the numbers. When we know that we do not know it all, we can shift from projecting perspectives onto others and going more towards true inquiry, a dialogue. We can learn by asking, then offering one another the respect, the time, and spaciousness needed so that they can fully voice their perspectives. Let the resonant qualities of the 3, self-expression, creativity, uplift, let them guide this month. Watch for the more dissonant energies, cold-heartedness, overanalyzing, intellectualizing, and slacking on responsibility. Simply become aware of them and then attune yourself back towards what your heart truly wants to experience in this life, which are the more uplifting qualities. The 3 inspires through bright self-expression, art, words, and ideas infused with creativity, inventions even. All this will be felt more abundantly this month. Let this opening infuse your work, your daily connections, your relationships. If you feel called to make your living through the arts or the healing arts, this is a great time to do so. With February's 3 energy unfolding within a 1 universal year umbrella, many of us are pursuing similar intentions, so lean on that. There's shared strength, and remember, you're not alone. Words are especially powerful and sensual this month. Let that inspire your pen during Valentine's. Let those you love know how deeply you care for them. Inventions and creative births are also part of this energy. Keep your heart open to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Trust the flow and allow the zone to guide your artistry, becoming a flame of inspiration for others. To ignite this energy further, make space for movement and physical exercise. Let the endorphins enliven you. Quiet the mind so you can listen to the whispers of your higher soul self. Let music infuse your surroundings. Let yourself be carried by beauty, the arts, and bring necessary balance this month, helping to heal both the earth and one another. Let us remember that the world needs our creations and our voices to cultivate peace. You are important, essential, and so needed in this collective healing and awakening wave we are riding together. Like the ripples on a pond, the 3 invites us to deepen our spiritual connection by healing the mind and learning how to attune this powerful instrument. It's not about compressing, depressing, or bashing the ego or the mind. They exist because they need to exist. They're part of the divine architecture and creation of our existence. But when we bring healing to the mind and transform it into an ally, our awakenings, our insights, boom, expand. The mind becomes one of the many parts of this grand instrument called body. And now it's playing in full harmony. And since this is the month of Valentine's, find time with your partner to drop into the heart and pause the over-analytical mind. I know I definitely need so much of this. Use playful movement to awaken intuition. A walk in nature, hold hands, pause and admire something beautiful on the ground or in the sky. If you want more energy of the 3, you can revisit my December episodes 21 and 22, where I also explore the 3 energy in greater depth there. Just as numerology listens to the vibration of numbers and mathematics, astrology attunes to the hum and rhythm of celestial bodies, planets, stars, and galaxies moving in relationship through time and space. Each sign carries a frequency, a consciousness, a conversation, a way of seeing reality. And now we are stepping into the essence of Aquarius, the visionary, the outsider, the future seer, the rebel. Aquarius doesn't arrive with answers that are neatly packaged with a ribbon on top. It comes with questions, codes, ideas that feel ahead of their time. It speaks in symbols, transmissions, and a deep, quiet knowing. And it often arrives embodied as someone who doesn't quite fit in the world as it is, because they are here to imagine what it could become. And this is where our story begins. The one who planted without proof. They always knew she was different. As a child, Aquarius didn't quite fit the rooms she was placed in. She asked many questions that made adults uncomfortable. She noticed cracks in the systems everyone else called normal. And she could feel when something was stagnant long before it broke. And because she spoke truth before it was popular, she learned early how lonely vision can feel. But Aquarius was never here to conform. She was here to channel. While others looked for proof, she listened for signals. While others waited for the permission, she tuned herself like an instrument, quieting the noise so the future could speak through her. Her soul's assignment was not approval. It was movement. Not safety through sameness, but liberation through authenticity. Each winter, when the land looked barren and the trees stood silent, Aquarius felt most alive. It was during this season when the Hebrew calendar celebrates the birthday of the trees, long before the fruit appears, that she understood something very essential. Growth is already happening underground. Capricorn had taught her how to commit, how to build discipline, habits, and structure. But Aquarius knew what came next. This was the season of nourishment, of feeding the roots, of tending the soil while trusting what the eye could not yet see. She went beyond the bandwidth of her eyesight. She didn't rush the trees, she fed them. She knew manifestation wasn't about forcing growth, but about creating the conditions where growth feels safe. Roots don't deepen under pressure. They deepen under nourishment. And the fruit doesn't appear because we demand it. It appears because the system is resourced enough to hold it. Aquarius understood the future because she lived in it, not as a fantasy, but as really deeply felt knowing. She could see what wanted to come through people before they believed in themselves. She knew money wasn't blocked. Power was. Inner power. Inner self-confidence. That abundance didn't respond to hustle, but to the readiness of the vessel. Is my inner system strong enough to hold more light? She would ask. Because she had learned the hard way. Leaking energy depletes the soil. Self-betrayal cracks the roots. And a nervous system trained in survival cannot sustain vision. So she began again, quietly. She nourished instead of pushing. She rested instead of proving. She said no, not from fear, but from devotion. She protected her sleep. She simplified her mornings. She fed her body like sacred ground. She stopped consuming what exhausted her. Conversations that didn't fulfill her. Scrolling. Old loops. And she chose what nourished her future instead. And slowly, invisibly, the roots widened. Aquarius became what she was always meant to be. A bridge between heaven and earth. A channel where light could move into matter. A leader without hierarchy. A vessel that could hold more because it felt safe to do so. When the fruit finally appeared, no one could say when it happened, only that it felt inevitable. Because trees don't suddenly bloom, they prepare. And Aquarius, she planted without proof, trusting that what she fed in winter would change everything come spring, summer, and fall. And this is where a delicious pause for integration becomes the medicine of the moment. I can't wait to go check in on the cookies of my boys. So rather than rushing ahead, I invite you to let the reverberations of our time together settle gently into your body and your life and your little day-to-day moments. Take this with you on a walk in nature, into your journal, or maybe a quiet tea conversation with a trusted friend or your partner. Notice what's stirred, what's softened, and what's asking for more attention and TLC from your heart for your heart. Let reflection do the work, contemplation, going within. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, what a perfect time to do that. And when you feel ready, when something inside you says, yeah, meet us back here for part 2, where we'll continue unfolding all these threads so that they can be braided again together beautifully in the new, colorful, grand tapestry of world peace that we are building together with our visions and our devotions. Much love, everyone. Namaste. Thank you for listening to the Empowered Soul podcast and See Mama Bird's Chirps. rooted in mama love and blossoming everywhere. If this episode touched your heart, I'd love for you to follow the show and share it with someone you love. There are lots of new creations blooming, so stay close and connect with us at healtruelove.com/links to sign up for my newsletter, follow our social posts, and explore more soulful offerings on YouTube and beyond. Until next time, keep blooming exactly as you are.